Something about the air after a storm feels different. Heavy, charged, uncertain. That's exactly where The Summer I Turned Pretty Season 3, Episode 9 begins. The echoes of the broken wedding still linger, and Cousins Beach doesn't feel like the same place anymore. The house that once held laughter and love now feels quieter. The kind of silence that makes you wonder what comes next. Every look, every pause, every word left unspoken between Belly, Conrad, and Jeremiah carries a weight we can all feel. Fans can sense it too. This is the point where everything could change. The love triangle that's defined the series is no longer just a romantic game. It's about heartbreak, growth, and choices that will shape the rest of their lives. Episode 9 isn't just another chapter. It feels like the calm before a storm that's been waiting to break for 3 whole seasons. But here's the question on everyone's mind. After everything that's happened, can any of them really go back? The last episode left fans in shock. The wedding that was supposed to seal a future came undone right before our eyes, leaving behind more questions than answers. Belly's decision to walk away wasn't just about love. It was about honesty, self-respect, and the courage to stop pretending things were okay when they weren't. But that kind of courage always comes at a price. And now, in Episode 9, we're about to see just how high that price really is. Jeremiah, who once seemed so sure of Belly's love, is now facing a truth he's been avoiding. Maybe what they had was never meant to last. The heartbreak and embarrassment of being left behind in such a public way could push him into anger and confusion. Will he lash out at Conrad for stealing what he thought was his future? Or will he turn that pain inward, realizing that love built on uncertainty was bound to collapse? This episode might finally show us Jeremiah's breaking point. He's always been the sunshine, the warm-hearted one who loves openly and forgives easily. But even the kindest hearts have limits, and his might finally have reached its edge. Viewers can expect to see a more raw, emotional side of Jeremiah, someone who has to learn what it means to love himself again after losing someone he thought he couldn't live without. Then there's Belly. After all the chaos, she's forced to face herself in a way she never has before. For the first time, she's not being defined by who she's with, but by who she wants to become. Everyone around her has an opinion. Her family, her friends, even Laurel, who's quietly been watching her daughter navigate love, loss, and identity. But deep down, Belly knows that this decision, calling off the wedding, breaking Jeremiah's heart, facing Conrad again, is hers alone. Episode 9 could be Belly's turning point. Instead of running from her choices, she might finally start to own them. That journey toward self-understanding is messy, filled with moments of guilt and regret. But it's also the kind of growth that fans have been waiting to see. Maybe the girl who once dreamed of summer love is finally becoming the woman who can decide what love truly means. And Conrad, oh Conrad. His silence has always said more than his words ever could. For so long, he's been the mystery in Belly's story, the one who hides his emotions behind quiet looks and half smiles. But in Episode 9, that silence might finally break. After the wedding's collapse, Conrad can no longer avoid the truth. He loves Belly, he always has, but timing has never been on their side. Will he finally tell her what he's been holding in? Or will he believe that it's too late, that too much damage has been done? The tension between them has always been electric, and this episode could bring that tension to its most powerful point yet. A simple conversation between them, maybe on the beach at sunset, could mean everything. One quiet moment might say what words have failed to for years, but fans shouldn't expect quick resolutions. This isn't the kind of story that wraps things up neatly. Episode 9 is likely to dwell in the in-between, the space where feelings are still raw and forgiveness hasn't yet found its way home. Healing takes time, and that's what makes it real. The show has always been about the slow, painful beauty of growing up, and this episode promises to capture that perfectly. Beyond the love triangle, we'll also see how the families respond to everything that's unfolded. The Fishers and the Conklins have always been connected in ways deeper than romance, through shared memories, summers gone by, and the lingering grief of losing Susanna. Her absence still echoes through every character's decision, shaping the way they love, forgive, and hold on to hope. Laurel especially may have more to say this time. Her wisdom often comes when it's least expected. And her perspective on love could be exactly what Belly needs to hear. Every relationship in this story, whether romantic, familial, or friendly, has been stretched thin. Episode 9 could explore how those bonds either mend or break completely. Because sometimes, the biggest heartbreaks aren't between lovers. They're between people who grew up together, thinking nothing could ever pull them apart. And let's not forget Cousins Beach itself. It's more than just a backdrop. It's the heart of the series. Every pivotal moment has happened there. The laughter, the fights, the first kisses, and the last goodbyes. If there's going to be a scene that defines episode 9, it'll probably happen on that sand. Maybe Belly walks alone by the water, reflecting on everything she's lost and gained. Maybe Conrad finds her there. Maybe words don't matter anymore because they finally understand each other without needing to say a thing. Whatever happens, one thing's certain. Cousins Beach will hold another unforgettable summer moment. As for tone, expect episode 9 to balance heartbreak with hope. This isn't just a story of love, it's a story of becoming. Belly's growth, Jeremiah's reckoning, and Conrad's realization are all leading towards something bigger. Whether they end up together or apart, each of them will walk away changed. That's what makes this series resonate so deeply. It reminds us of our own summers, our own choices, and the people who helped us figure out who we are. Now fans are already speculating about what comes next. Will the finale bring closure or leave us with more questions? Is there still a future for Belly and Conrad, or is this the end of their story? And where does Jeremiah go from here? Does he find peace, or does his heartbreak take him down a darker path? The writers have always loved keeping fans guessing, and episode 9 will likely be no different. It might not give us all the answers, but it will certainly set the stage for an emotional final stretch. The best stories, after all, don't just tell us what happens. They make us feel like we're living it too. And just when you think you've figured it all out, the show will probably drop one last moment, a look, a word, a quiet scene that changes everything. Maybe it's not about who Belly ends up with, but about how she learns to love herself again. Maybe the real love story has always been about growing up, moving on and realizing that sometimes endings are just new beginnings in disguise. So, as we wait for the Summer I Turned Pretty Season 3 Episode 9, mark your calendars for Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025. Get ready for an episode filled with raw emotion, unexpected turns, and those signature moments that make you want to watch it all over again. Because in the world of The Summer I Turned Pretty, every heartbreak carries a lesson, and every ending still feels like the start of something new. When the waves crash against Cousins Beach again, one thing will be certain. Nothing will ever be the same for Belly, Conrad, or Jeremiah. And maybe that's exactly how it was always meant to be.